It's funny, I've done a lot of meditation just around the corner over the years at this spot, and it feels like a home, like an energetic home. Anyways, cool. This is going to be about healing, and it's a little involved. Yeah, it is an involved process. In one sense, as we're doing like this consciousness evolution, like we're growing. In another sense, though, we're like healing. And I'm going to focus on that healing vibe here. Now, one main thing off the bat, to keep it simple, is like your body is such a good, like, concrete list of things to work on. Like, heal your body, heal your mind. We talked about energy all being related, the mind, the body, all of it being interdependent, interlaced, etc. So like your set of body issues is actually a really good place to start with your self-growth and your healing. I'll give you one example. I had a very pinchy left hip. It hurt so bad. Now, in one sense, this was congenital, although in my belief system I had a lot of power to shift it, meaning like my dad had this issue, my brother had this issue, and you know, I could have just chalked it up to that, but I was exploring like to what extent can I shift my reality. I'm not saying your genes don't matter, I'm just saying often we have a lot of power to shift it. So I did hip openers, I did yoga, I did sitting meditation, and my flexibility in my hip shifted, but I wasn't able to resolve the pain. Now I'll talk about intuition in another video, but via intuition I was informed that I needed to work on almost self-love and forgiveness. Like the issue in my left hip was related to my inner critic being too mean to me. And I'll talk about energy in more depth, but your left side is more of your feminine side. That's why your heart's on that side. Your right brain physiologically controls your left side, and your right brain is more intuitive, feminine, etc. And you know, it was kind of like my feminine side was like, it just hurt because it was being so pinched by my more like masculine side, left brain, analytical, all that stuff. So it was like, like it wanted to play more, you know what I mean? And go easy on oneself and sing, and isn't life beautiful? Whereas in my balance, in my psychology, I was more like, we must go forward. Burr, 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 burr. And so obviously both, it's just I was out of balance. So I worked on that balance and did my physical, did like body work and yoga. I mean, I was working it on all levels. I bring this up as a good example, and I was eventually able to heal it, and I am thankful for that. I'll give you another example. Posturally, I still carry like a slight bow in my neck. It's been getting a lot better because I've been aware of it for like 6 months. And in my life expression, a lot of this came from like almost bowing to others. I just, you know, I like to be kind and helpful, and however, like the way I can be most kind and most helpful is to be like in my highest purpose, and sometimes I needed to have a little bit more sense of self, okay? I'm just saying you'll find as you do your body optimization project, you'll find psychology things within this. And it really, really helps to work it on all levels. Like if you're stretching and you're trying to move the energy and feel the energy, and you're paying attention to maybe like life force shifts, life balances, psychology balances, you're getting more in alignment with your higher self, and your higher self is going to manifest in a more optimal body. So to make this like a thesis, I'm saying like your body is a really useful tool in your healing project. Just, you know, it's very obvious what you have to work on, you know? Now, you'll find your own balance on like what is, because of your genes and what you can actually like create. And it's a lot more, especially as you do this work, you can create a lot more than you think. Yeah. Now, some almost must-dos, in my opinion, as far as healing: structural body work, and hopefully there's someone skilled in your area. Rolfing is a decent technique. Myofascial release is a decent technique. It's like massage. In worst case, just go get a good massage and use your awareness to get in there and feel. But a good person with like a structural background that's trying to get your posture better, release things, and an energy background is really going to help you. I'd like to say, you can do it all by yourself, but in my experience, like, it's a team sport. We're helping each other heal, and this body work is so useful. I fell so in love with it, I learned it myself. And this helps you really move the energy, because any blocks in your life force, and we all have them because we all entered and sucked in by osmosis, like a form of consciousness that's still at a deficiency level. It still is in our culture. It's getting close. Oh, my heart just thumped. I'm sorry. See, if my heart thumps on my right side, that means negative feedback, and I should be more loving. Guys, this is beautiful. We've all been playing together. So I don't mean to be judgmental when I say healing or deficiency. Because I've had incarnations in the past. We've all been working to build up to where we are. And we're always just increasing our understanding and our love and our energy. And the only point I meant to make is, like, when I say deficiency, it's kind of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the top is self-actualization. Our culture is almost there, actually. It's amazing how fast it's been happening recently. But the heart of our culture, like, more or less has still been on, like, deficiency needs. Imagine being a caveman. You're just scared about your own existence. You know what I mean? It gets slightly better when you get tribal and you have others to work with. It gets slightly better. The next stage of development is called, like, amber, and you have things like the Roman Empire and civilization and, like, the Catholic Church and, like, these big structures, and we get better. And then we have, like, the Industrial Revolution, the Scientific Revolution, and the Rational Enlightenment. We get, like, scientific and like, innovative and meritocracy, and, like, it gets even more abundant. Then we have, like, cultural relativity and, like, this more. Okay, I'm just saying, it's like, we're close, my friends. Keeps going up and up. All I'm saying is, like, and we all knew we would encounter this. We came in to a culture where our higher self, or our true self, our inner child, like, who we want to be in our heart space, in our wide open heart space, that version of ourselves picked up some cloaks or some shields, because there was bitterness in the culture. People were mean to us. People made fun of us. People didn't feel secure. We weren't always met with unconditional love. We had issues either at school or at home or anywhere. Like, I'm just saying, there are still, if you look at art from the Middle Ages, everyone's miserable. And some of that's still here. It's been thinning. I'm just calling attention to, like, this ability for us to, like, take those shields off by, and then, like, I'll talk about by, but that allows... that allows a higher version of you to come forward, fearlessly, more integrated, more holistic, more understand, more attuned, and that can come through. Now, the how of de-shielding requires awareness, acceptance, allowing. It's amazing. If you just hold things in your awareness and feel and allow and understand and seek the deepest understanding, what was the root of me that attracted this? Why is this part of my experience? What was the lesson here? How did I attract this? And feel it, right? And feel it. It will move. It will move. Now, you can set some intentions for, like, oh, I want to attune to this and I want to let that go and these sorts of things. But for a lot of us, it's as if our basement has flooded, and instead of cleaning up, we shut the door. We were probably a little kid, or we didn't have the level of awareness or development to deal with it, so we just, like, closed the door. We can't smell it, but we know as soon as we open the door, we're gonna have to clear it out, and it's gonna be horrible, right? Do that, and then eventually you can retile and get a billiards table down there, and it's worth it. And if you don't, that's gonna start knocking, like, the wind's gonna come under the door. Once you're at a level of development where you'd be better off dealing with it, those things are going to knock. And you may just keep experiencing situations or relationships in a way that feels suboptimal, and it's because there's an aspect of your psyche that's looking to be, like, reevaluated, looked at, expressed, healed, integrated, right? And so you can attune to a new sense of self, of greater understanding and integration. Okay, so that's kind of your healing project. Now, it is very coupled with everything we're talking about here, like being aware of your beliefs, your mindfulness, your sensitivity. These are all essential for your self-understanding, and it's related to your body, and you're working it all kit and caboodle. Now, there's a few things that I want to call out as useful. Body work, I mentioned, right? I also wanted to call out plant medicine, right? And I'll speak about that more in depth. But there are holistic medicines and teachers on this planet that include your psychology and your body and your energy and your subtle sense of self. Yeah, So those are useful if you use them with the right intention. I want to heal, I want to learn, I'm open to understanding, right? Yeah, yeah, I mean, what we have here to heal, like we have what we need here, right? No offense to pharmacology and all that stuff, but that's not going to get you there. You need wisdom and medicines that come from nature and are holistic and have a spirit behind them. Now you could do it yourself, meditating it, like you can do it the Buddhist style in a cave. I just like, to me, I'm a nature cat. I love it. I love the shamanism flavor, and the plant medicines are really useful if you use them in the right way. We have aid and assistance. So body work, self-understanding, meditation is useful to help you go within, plant medicine, and then dream time. If you have the intention to be healing, you will often get therapeutic dreams from your psyche. I'll give an example. Like, I had a memory, and I had dreams that made that memory better and better and better, so that my sense of like what actually happened, I was having a hard time releasing this particular thing, but I have now this like this other sense of like better outcomes, and it like layered in. I've had, like, if I'm working on confidence or something like that, I'll have dreams of my friends from high school who are confident, and we'll be playing together. I'm just saying your dream time is so therapeutic, especially if you're setting intentions to be healing and you're focused on healing and growing and you're tracking your dreams. The way in which your dreams can heal you is almost like, it's miraculous. I mean, it gets in there. It's like your soul is wise. So yeah. Hey, those are the main focuses: your body, your yoga, your stretching, your moving the energy, right? Some help from a body worker, a masseuse, some meditation, reflection, tracking your belief system. What are your life force shifts you're trying to make? Self-improvement, all these things help. Plant medicine is useful if you use it with wisdom and the right intention. And then dream time, it's like so awesome blossom. Now, I'm going to talk about some additional body techniques in separate videos, but there's an excellent body technique called TRE that helps you wiggle like an amoeba and almost like shake out traumas. It's so wise. So check that out too. TRE, tension or trauma releasing exercises. There's an app online. I'll have a little video about it. But your body has like an innate way to shake some stuff out. Yeah. It's healing in a nutshell. It's a process. It takes years. If there's an end to it, I haven't reached it. I've got a big old sore on my butt right now from releasing a sense of lack of support. I don't always have a sore on my butt, but I got one right now. Yeah, you got help. Your friends, your family, everyone's your teacher, your community, you're supported. Your experience is teaching you, your higher selves are guiding you. We'll talk about intuition. That helps too, being tapped into your own inner teachers. Your dream time's going to nourish you and support you. There's a lot of great energy workers and body workers out there. There's a lot of fluffy riff-raffy types too. I mean, you got to work with someone who's actually aware and evolved and of integrity, but they're out there. And like the medicines of the Amazon, I'll make that plant medicine video. So useful. More medicines than that too. So yeah. Healing! We can do it, team! We can! What are you healing? You're healing your inner child and your heart and your sense of self and who you are and your integrated awesome blossom. You're taking off those shields. As you do this, you literally feel like more energy. It's like as if you, through patterns and habits and belief systems and shields, you block your expression and your... You'll dance, you'll sing. It feels good in your body. It's like it's like the animals feel pleasure just by being in their creaturehood in a healthy way. In our mind development, we sort of like created some knots, but we can get back to a sense of it just being beautiful and pleasurable and amazing to be here. The sex gets better. Yum. Like, all this is available for us if we are working on it. Nature is rooting for us. They're like, get healthy, get reconnected. We want the oceans clean. The animals are cheering. When you're doing it, they'll come swoop by. They'll be like, good job, keep working on it. All right. I love you very much. Stay tuned, my friends. Up next, we're going to talk about tactics to like increase your energy. We're going to talk about energy hygiene, energy like acceleration, how to up your vibe. So this is kind of like that cleanup. Healing's like cleanup, and this is more like growth and like charge and like pulling prana to you and like just trying to nudge forward, like crack through the ceiling. Okay, so that's like the next vibe is forward, forward. Healing is kind of like understanding the past, dealing with the past, and this is like yar. Reach for the future. All right, love you very much. Over and out.
Yellow, yellow, yellow tie. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.